it has been snipped and cut. It is Procrustean. It is smaller than it would be. So the thoughts that just arrive without us thinking them are often the most powerful and closer to some capital T truth.
Right.
That's sort of a Buddhist notion too. But in therapy, like one of the things that if you're working with someone and a thought or a feeling hits you out of the blue, it often says something about the situation and the relational context that you couldn't get from any sort of attempt to be able to think a thing. Bion calls these reverie states.
Oh, okay,
and it's like, and these are when thoughts without a thinker arrive. They sort of just seem to show up. And you may think of these sorts of things that have happened in your life where something just hits you. Or if you're working with someone and suddenly this thought arrives, it doesn't seem to be something that you've had to piece together and that you've been gnawing on and then you finally built it and step back. There's the thought. It's something that arrives unbidden, and there's something about thoughts like that that are important.
Mm-hmm. Have some real meaning. I mean, I'm also thinking, and this thought just popped in too, that sometimes music will bring back a feeling. You hear people talk about that. It puts you back in that place when you hear that song, and it kind of takes you back. The same kind of idea.
A Rick Ocasek song.
Yeah,
That would be
very much. So.
Well, you know, we saw a bit of jazz last night.
Yes, we did.
We saw some. It was a band, the Jazz Hounds. Was that what they're called?
I didn't get the name, but no.
No,
I walked in a little late. Sorry.
Yeah,
They were
it was the first time I'd ever seen a jazz band set fire to their instruments.
Yeah,
it's not really a thing that you normally
see.
see.
Hendrix,
I also
Pete
thought,
Townsend kind of
I
thing,
think they
maybe.
sort of got it wrong. You're supposed to set fire to the instruments after you finish the set.
Not
when
you're about to play them.
Yes,
Okay,
it really affected the quality.
That was unusual.
It was affected the quality of the performance, I thought, but still okay. I'm not saying it was good.
It's fine.
But we were watching the Jazz Hounds. Let's call them the Jazz Hounds. Because if I had a jazz band, it'd be the Jazz Hounds.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
And I'd be the first jazz band where the most prominent instrument is washboard.
No, it's not going to work.
I'm telling you.
Although maybe. I don't know. I'll take
You
that
should
back.
I can play Softly as a Morning Sunrise on jazz.